Hey everybody, it's Sarah and welcome back to the Scrappery. I am bringing you my fourth project life layout with the gorgeous Jade Kits. Here I am starting my 4x6 title card there. It is just a 4x6 that I cut out of one of the beautiful Kaisercraft printed 12x12 sheets. And then I grabbed the glassine bag that came in the kit and I added almost the rest of that beautiful exclusive sequin mix. And I did add a few little iridescent stars just to give that little pouch a little bit more shake. And I did sew that shut with my sewing machine. I just went 3 times through my sewing machine just to give it a little bit of texture. And now I am going to grab that little piece of doily that you see on the left there, and I am going to tuck it behind just because that pattern is a little bit busy and you were kind of losing the actual sequins in kind of the busyness of that print. So I am just using up my sticky thumb adhesive, which I'm really not loving. I did buy some Easy Runner Grand Refill. Here I am using my Becky Higgins roller date stamp to stamp on the date on that little tag there. That was from the cut apart sheet. It was actually supposed to be a triangle, but I cut it around the borders more to make it look more like a banner. And now I am using up my pack of ephemera that matched the kit. This was the Simple Stories Posh ephemera that I had in my stash for a very long time. And I also dug out some cork leaves that I used my Lawn Fawn dye to make a long time ago. Like months ago I made a whole bunch of them and they were kind of laying around, and since this is fall, this is the end of September, and after this is done I'll be done with September, so yay. And then I'm just making a little cluster kind of on top of that bag. And gonna add the week 40. I've still got some of those old thickers from my stash that I'm trying to use up too. And then I'm using some enamel dots and then some gems and pearls that have come in the kits. Now I'm going to move on to that 4x6 picture of my husband and my girls. We went in for an oil change and my husband was oohing and on over a big white SUV that was there, and I'm like, hey, let's get a quick picture since we're here anyhow. So that Loved is a chipboard piece from Maggie Holmes, and then I'm using the teal alphas that came in the kit to spell out the word this, so that will say loved this. We had to hang out a while and wait for our Jeep to get its oil change. And then that is a 3x4 that I cut apart from one of the Posh 12x12s that came in the kit, and then I just added a Maggie Holmes little, I don't even know what those are called, with a little heart, and it kind of sticks off the page. It did have some ribbon things hanging down that I did cut off. And now I'm just making a little Franken card quick. There was a 4x6 gold glittery card that came in the PLK kit, and I just cut a couple of strips down to make it look like there's a full piece of glitter back there. That's a little trick. And then I'm using a 3x3 that was part of the cut apart sheet, and then I'm going to run that through my sewing machine on each side of the pink 3x3 part just to add a little bit of texture and to keep everything nice and glued down there. I did add a tiny gold sticker, tiny word gold sticker to the picture of my girl's closet, and then a little gold one that says, hey there, by my youngest daughter getting ready for school one day. That is a Just Lovely cut apart from the Kaisercraft cut apart sheet, and I just added that to a picture of some really pretty leaves that were downtown in my little city. Now I'm just making a little embellishment cluster on that picture of grilled cheese and tomato soup. Here we are moving over to the right side of the spread. My oldest daughter had a dentist visit. She had no cavities. I was so proud of her. I found some pumpkin spice latte flavoring for coffee to make at home. I made some scalloped potatoes and ham. And our crimson maple had the most incredible leaves, so I took a picture of one. They were just enormous and almost dark purple. That today is another chipboard from the Maggie Holmes chipboard thicker sheet or whatever they call it. And then I'm just going to add a few more of those teal stickers that came in the kit to say loved. So it will say loved today. And then I decided to move that guy up just a little bit there. There is a 4x4 of some scalloped potatoes and ham that I made one night for dinner, and I'm going to make a quick little embellishment cluster. There is a love tag that came in the kit, and then I'm just going to add a couple little pieces of ephemera from my stash. And I'm still working on those darn tassels. That huge pack that I got like 6 months ago, just can't get rid of them. There's a little banner that says, "You got this." And then I'm just going to use a couple of gold little word stickers like I did on the left side. That one says "wonderful" under the creamer that I found, and then that one is going to say "beautiful." That was another gorgeous tree that is in my little downtown of the little town that I live in. I'm going to add a little quick embellishment cluster similar to the one that I made on the lower 4x6 on the left side to the one on the right side. And then I'm going to add a few of the enamel dots and gems and rhinestones that came in the kits. And then I think that's just about going to do it, except I will take you through the very end here when I am going to do my journaling. So there I quick typed out my journaling on my We Are Memory Keepers typewriter. And then I just hand cut it because I like it to be a little bit wonky. I don't like perfectly chopped like journaling strips. So there I just grabbed an envelope that I had laying around. That is actually how I organize all of my Project Life pictures because I print them out usually the Monday after 2 weeks are over with. So I try to print 2 weeks at a time. And then I keep them just when they arrive from the printers because I was printing through Persnickety, which is only through the mail for me. And I was just keeping them in an envelope. And I think I'm down to only about 8 weeks of Project Life from last year to catch up on. I'm so excited about that. And then here I am using that Sticky Thumb like dual adhesive pen, which like I said, I'm not in love with, but there's a lot of adhesive in there and I only paid a couple of bucks for it and I'm bound and determined to use that thing up. So I am going to give it its best whirl. It is very messy. That's why I'm having to use the back of that envelope because if I did that right on my desk, it would just be like a sticky disaster mess. So anyhow, this is just a 3x4 that I cut from a 12x12 and I added part of a doily. And there is all of my journaling that I glued on for you. Here are a few close-ups. I'm getting really excited to get my next kit. I can't wait for it to come. Hopefully I will have one more project with the Jade Kits for you next week. And then I will be starting on my new kits. I can't wait. So thank you so much, ladies. I love connecting with you guys on Facebook and Instagram and stuff. So I hope you guys have a great week. Thanks. Bye-bye.